How do seniors who got reverse mortgages feel about them? Are they happy that they got a reverse mortgage? They Are they upset? How do they feel? So the reason why I'm posing this question to you is in this video, I'm actually going to share videos and written testimonials, reviews basically, only from folks who have actually gotten reverse mortgages. So when you hear people talking about reverses, and here's the reason why. There's so much misinformation out there about reverses. And when you hear people talk about reverse mortgages, when you hear the people say, I don't think you should do it, or, oh, I heard it's a scam, they're never people who actually went through the process. At least for me, and now I'm a small sample size. My name is Jason Eichmiller, by the way. I run this channel. I've been doing reverses since 2008 and helped a little bit over 400 of them. Folks get them. The folks that I've helped are extremely happy with it, and they're ecstatic. And a lot of times they say, "Well, why didn't I do this sooner?" I say, "Good point, but at least you did it." So maybe other mortgage originators have clients with kind of other perspectives, but I guess the way that we go about it through educating our folks and making sure that they're doing it the right way and that only the people who should be getting reverse mortgages get them. I think that probably has a lot to do with the fact that everybody that I help is happy about them. So anyway, when you talk to somebody who got a reverse mortgage, on one hand, they're extremely excited about it. They're happy. They're grateful. All sorts of positive feelings. A lot of times, the weight that they had on their shoulders lifts. And for me, as a guy who's done it for a while, and as a guy who I've got 3 kids, and I try to teach them to do good things to people. Help people as much as you can. This is just a way to set an example for my kids. Again, to do the right thing by people, always try to help them, and then good things might happen to you, but at least bad things won't. So enough about me, enough about I guess enough babble about this. I'm going to go through and show you a few testimonials that I've gotten, and we'll read these reviews together, and we'll kind of see what you think. So let me share this screen right here. I'm going to share the website, www.reversequotes.com. It's flashing on the bottom. Let's see here. We'll go right there. So here is the website, and obviously there's my phone number. It's flashing on the bottom too. Form submit here. If you want to get in touch, you can email me, call me. But that's not the whole point of this. The point is, if we go a little bit further down, we see reverse mortgage client testimonials, and these are all folks that have done a reverse mortgage personally with me. Or in this case, of Maureen's case, she's the adult daughter. Her mom did a reverse mortgage with me, but Maureen found me. She's an attorney. She kind of set the whole thing up and introduced me to her mom. So I'm not going to play these videos on this, but if you go to reversequotes.com, you can just hit play and play those videos yourself. But okay, let's go through a few of these. So Henry, and I helped Henry over the summer. I'm so glad I contacted Jason. I've heard horror stories. I've read horror stories about these. I almost didn't want to bother after being advised by friends and relatives who have listened to so many so-called financial advisors who didn't really understand what a reverse mortgage is and how it works. That's big. You have, like I said in the beginning, you have people who don't understand how these programs work trying to give advice. Like for me personally, I'm an expert at 2 things: mortgages and chasing my kids around the backyard. Nothing else. I'm not an expert at nothing else in the world. This is it. So I'm only going to give advice on the things I'm expert. If you want to chase your kids, okay, here's how you do it. Here's how fast you run. Watch out, they're fast. They're going to cut on you. You might break an ankle. Or mortgages, specifically reverses, but I do regular mortgages as well. But that's all I'm going to give advice on because that's all I'm an expert at. I wish other people would kind of have the same sort of theory. So Henry continues, granted, a reverse mortgage is not for everyone, as Jason explains. He's a broker, not a direct lender. Blah, 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 sales pitch and only protect your product. Jason is genuine and tells you like it is without all the fluff. Yes, if we do speak on the phone and I can't help you, I'm going to tell you right away. If I think it's a bad idea, or if I think you're not doing something intelligently, while being respectful, I'm going to tell you, I'm always going to give you the truth, like it or not. Hopefully you like it. If you're not sure how a reverse mortgage works and want to learn, contact Jason. He returns calls promptly. I do. We'll give you the straight scoop without all the BS sales pitches. Yeah, this really is. I'm going to do my best to structure the reverse as well as it can work for you. And then if you want to do it, great. But I can't hold your hands to the fire. I can't make anybody sign. If you want to do it, great. I'll help you. And if not, then you have more information. So that was Henry. Paul over here, I helped Paul's mom. She's elderly and she needed home health care. It's funny, I'm actually in about an hour and a half, I'm closing another reverse mortgage. This one's up in, the one I'm closing in an hour and a half is in New Jersey, and she's in her 90s and she needs home health care. Well, she's getting home health care, but the money's running out, so she needs the funds to continue her home health care. And this is what Paul's mom, Paul's situation too. And this is just, it's not all is done. Just want to say a huge thank you. And yeah, you know what, Paul and I do have to meet up again. He's in, his mom's in North Palm Beach, which is close to where I live, and Paul lives in Connecticut, so we did this all virtually. Elmira, let's go to Elmira's. I'm the real super businessman. I don't know what that means, but I think she likes me. I never met someone like him who realized facts and figures. Elmira's a retired police officer too, so she knows her stuff. She can cut through the you know what. 24-hour availability. She's being too kind. I'm not available 24 hours a day. I am available up until about 9, 10 o'clock at night if you need me. Rita, Rita right down here. This was another home health care case. Rita was the caregiver, actually. Her client, Judy, unfortunately has passed away since now. But Judy was dying and she wanted to die in her home. And Rita and her caregivers they wanted to help, but they had to get paid. So we did a reverse mortgage, again, to facilitate the home health care for her. So it seems weird, but if I can do a reverse and somebody's goal is to die in their home, got countless examples of how that really, really, really works well. Okay, cool. Bob over here on the right side. Bob used a reverse mortgage to buy his forever home. He sold his kind of a bigger house and he downsized. I call it forever sizing. And he is ecstatic, absolutely ecstatic about how the reverse worked for him. Going down, this is Deborah, her and her husband, Brennan. We did a second reverse mortgage for them there in California. We didn't need to do a first. Their interest rate was darn near nothing. It was like under 3%, but they did have needs for extra cash. So we did a second, gave it to them. She said, blah, blah, blah. I'll let my friend know and keep this information. That's awesome. By the way, I appreciate referrals. So it's nice that folks come to me from people who were happy who did this with me. Thanks for your support. Our situation expertise support. Okay, so more videos. Again, I'm not going to do these videos. This guy here, he's his son. We did a reverse mortgage for his mom. This was a program where we helped 2 seniors out in California. This is my interview with them over Zoom. We helped them get a reverse to pay off some bills, pay off a mortgage, and then the husband was fighting cancer, and his medicine was really expensive, and Medicare didn't cover all of it, so we needed a reverse to give him the money to pay for it. I don't think you can really see these here, these letters. This was Marianne, and this is Harold. A CPA who recommended a reverse mortgage. A wonderful, wonderful lady who I did a reverse mortgage for. Her helper, Jackie, actually hooked me up with her. This was more of getting rid of a foreclosure. They were in a tight spot, so we used a reverse to help her. Over here, you can't really read it. This is Tim and this is Ed. Ed did this for his aunt. Tim did this for a client. Barbara, I'll show you these testimonials. Okay, here we go. Barbara used this reverse mortgage to buy a house. This is Barbara, a different Barbara. She's a financial advisor over in Arizona. And her client needed a reverse, and she was very happy about how it worked out for her client. So she sent me more, and then she retired. So hopefully she's enjoying herself out in the sun. Let's see here. This is Teresa. We did this. Now these go back a little bit. I told you I've been doing these since 2008. So Teresa, I was referred by her grandmother's elder law attorney, Jeff. Great guy. And she had a little dementia, and mom needed help again with home health care. You get the trend, right? You can see that there's a lot of folks who use this reverse and who need it for home health care. So anytime I'll put myself on here. Anytime I can use this tool, and all the reverse is it's just a tool. It's nothing else. Anybody can really do it. Well, the big banks don't do them anymore because they're a little too nuanced and not profitable enough. But when you know what you're doing, man, when you use this tool to keep somebody in their house, or again, lift that weight off their shoulders, it is absolutely awesome. I've been doing this forever, since before my hair was so gray, and when I started there was more hair, but I'm going to continue to do it as long as the product's there, which it's going to be. I'm going to keep doing it because of the wins that this gives my clients. All right, let's go back to some more reviews here. Mark and Suzanne, helped them. They were absolutely wonderful. Victor, who's up in New York, they just a great guy. He's since moved to New Jersey. Absolutely happy with him. Carol she was referred by her financial advisor as well. And that's another thing. I'll go back to me real quick. You can see that the financial advisors and attorneys, CPAs, home health care agencies, the people who actually understand how these things work, who have taken the time to investigate reverses. Now, I'm not saying that they're reverse mortgageologists. I wouldn't want them to be, just like I'm not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. But the fact that they've done the research, they understand how it works for their clients, and they readily recommend them, that should tell you something, that these products are absolutely, for the right person, again, with the right need, these products are absolutely awesome. All right, on with the show. So now let's take a look at, this is just one of my Google review pages here. So this is Kevin right here. We already did, this is Deborah from her review earlier. Kevin's review, this is actually the second reverse I did for him. He moved down to Boca Raton. We used a reverse mortgage to buy his house. And then we went and redid the reverse mortgage because his house had appreciated so much. He was able to get some extra money to do some home repairs and actually set up a line of credit, which is really neat. Deb and Brennan, we already talked about them. Chris is a realtor out in West Coast Florida, around Tampa. Highly recommended, by the way, if you're ever looking to move in Tampa. Highly recommend Chris. He's a great guy. Oscar, great guy. He's awesome. He's out in California, and he was 62, and he was on fixed income, and he interviewed me, man. He actually got referred by another guy, Mike, who I helped, and Mike was really happy, so he referred Oscar. But Oscar put me through the ringer. He was he shopped me with, it's okay also. He compared me with a couple of other companies, and we ended up working together, got along real well. I think I did better for him than probably anybody else. And just like everyone, I held his hand through the process. So yeah, he got himself an awesome line of credit that he's going to be able to use for the rest of his life. Reverse mortgage might not be for everyone. For me, it was what first seemed an interesting option, ultimately became an obvious solution. Time to crank up the body. So yeah, great guy. Robert, he was referred by another client out in Western Florida. We helped him use the reverse to buy a home. Jim, he's a realtor out in California. He did this for himself. Mike, he's the guy who referred Oscar, did the reverse for Mike first, and then again came to Oscar. Mike found me on YouTube. He was researching reverses, We got along really, really well. It was an easy process. It was a very smooth, very easy process, and no monthly payments for him. Mike is very happy. Big props to Jason for being a great professional, a super nice guy. It's a pleasure to work with. He's cool, and he's an ex-soccer player. So my son plays soccer, and and Mike played it at the highest levels, like professional. So anytime when my son Jason has any questions, I'll bug Mike and say, Mike, hey, Jay had this question about soccer. And he's like, here we go again. So he didn't know this when he started working with me. Phil Ward, Jason did a great job educating us. Bridget, that's my wife. Jason helped 2 of my family members get a reverse mortgage. That's right, Aunt Phyllis and Aunt Peggy both got them. Super happy with it. Bob, he was the guy who used a reverse to buy his home. Elmira, she's the police officer, the super businessman. So she was happy. Irene was terrific. I did her second reverse mortgage for her. She got one, and then we refinanced actually when the rates were low a couple of years ago to really lower the rates for her. She was happy. Steven, he was a great guy out in California, helped him. Rita, this is the one who's the home health care agency, whose client unfortunately died, but we were able to keep her in her home, which is really neat. Tava Incorporated, I'm not sure who that is, but I guess it's I helped their parents, so that's great. And Sal, I helped Sal a couple years ago. He's a terrific guy as well. So, I mean, I could go on here. I've got this whole list. Let's see here. We've got videos. We got all these other testimonials here. Some are on the website, some aren't. But I think you get the point. I don't think we need to go through 100 testimonials for you to kind of get a common theme. If you've done a reverse mortgage, you understand what a reverse mortgage is. You know what it's done for you. You know, because the only reason why you do it is if it improves your life in one way or the other. Whether it's eliminating a mortgage payment, getting a line of credit that grows forever, getting extra cash that you can use to build a business, help the family out, pay off credit cards, whatever it is. It's a bunch of reasons why folks do it. I think I've beaten the dead horse on home health care. It's the absolute best thing you can do for people if they need home in-home care. So in those situations, everybody, again, small sample size, just the people I've worked with, but everybody who's done a reverse mortgage, who I've been lucky enough to help, has been very, very happy about it. So that's all I've got. I wanted to share that again because there's so much misinformation and FUD out there, and people who just don't know what they're talking about it. And I'm thinking, like, why are you opening your mouth when you don't know what you're talking about? I at least try to keep mine shut. That's just me. So again, my name's Jason. I run this channel. I've helped scores of other seniors learn about and investigate and then get reverse mortgages. My contact information is below. But seriously, if you have any questions about a reverse, if you want to know if you qualify for it, because not everybody does, by the way, so you have to qualify. And if you do qualify, how can you take it? How can you use this tool, again, because it's nothing but a tool, but how can you use this tool to improve your life? If you want to learn, get in touch. Be glad to chat with you. No pressure ever. Like my clients will probably tell you better than I can, that I just give you the information. I will, if I think you should do it, how do I put it? If I really think you should do it, if I think you need to do a reverse mortgage because not doing anything would be harmful for you, I will tell you that. But still, no pressure. It's up to you. Decide. Don't do it. Do it. But if you do, if you decide to do it, and if you allow me to help you, I'll do my very, very best, and I'll hold your hand through the entire process. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for your attention. This ended up being 20 minutes. I didn't think this video would be this long, but I hope it helped. I hope you got some got some clarity and a good idea of what other folks who are looking for reverses or who got reverse mortgages, what they think about them and how they feel after getting them. And anything you need, give me a shout and I'll be happy to help. All right. Thank you so much again, and take care of yourself.